Hello, this is the part 2 of a one-room building perspective view. In the previous lecture, we have already learned how to draw a perspective view for the building from a ground level to the parapet level, including doors and windows. In this part 2 video, we are going to learn how to draw a perspective view of a chhaja and the entrance steps. So let's start it. First of all, we are looking at the data once again. It is for the perspective view of 2-point perspective view. All the dimensions are given which are required to do the plans, like into in dimension, wall thickness, door window heights, etc. Slab thickness, parapet heights. Yeah, we need to focus over here because we are going to do a chhaja and entrance steps. Chhaja width is 1.4 meter, and you know how to draw the chhaja in our plan. We have to use dotted line to draw the chhaja over our windows. Okay, and the length means the extension is 0.6 meter. Now width is 1.4 meter and length is 0.6 meter. Suppose this is our wall and here it is a chhaja. Okay, so what is the width? It is the width. Okay, I'm removing this wall. Here it is the width. This is width. And what is your length? This. So width is 1.4 meter, length is 0.6 meter. And the entrance steps, there are 3 numbers of entrance steps, riser, tread, and width is also given in that. Okay. Other than this, height of observer and scale, we have considered 1 centimeter equals to 1 meter. You can consider also 1 centimeter equals to 0.5 meter for the same example, because if we are using the 1 centimeter is equals to 1 meter, there is so many consistent lines because there are lots of projections, especially in the entrance steps. That's why. And among them, using this data, we have already drawn the perspective view like this. Highlighted red building, the whole portion from below, ground level, upper portion, means plinth level, door, window, slab, and parapet. Yeah, in slab or parapet, you can show a design, door and window. You can show the patterns, different kind of patterns in that. Yeah? So this way you can draw a perspective. This is all the things we have learned in the part 1 video. Now we need to draw a chhaja, that is our part 2. So for chhaja, I'm not going to draw whole the thing, means whole the plant. So let's consider our. Let me draw with the black line. First, already you know how to draw a plan. First, we need to locate 2 lines, that are picture plane and a ground line. And you already know how to draw this plan because that is in our part 1. Picture plane, below it's a ground line. And in this video, I'm not going to draw whole the plan. I'm only going to show you the one portion, one side portion of window that is used for chhaja. Okay, it's like this. I'm drawing the extended cut. We are not going to do all the plans. I'm also not showing the steps in this video. Showing only the door and window. Here is the door and here is a window. Make sure that window is in the center. So only this much of plan I'm going to show. Consider a station point or observer, draw parallel lines. This is the basic procedure that we follow for the perspective view. Like this. It's done now. The next thing, I'm showing the vanishing point. As we know, the height of observer is 1.5 meter. So we need to leave 1.5 centimeter from the ground line and put the vanishing point. And I'm going to drag the projection from two corners only up to station point and window. I'm not going to show you the door. So from here we can draw a vertical lines. Here is a vertical line. Again a vertical line for window, window, and here it's a major line. Other than this side lines, I'm not going to show because I already shown that in a part 1. Going to show you the major line. Here it is, the vanishing point. Similar way, there is another right vanishing point on the other side. Okay, left and right vanishing point. I'm not going to show the height of observer. I already told you that it is a 1.5 meter. So I'm going to mark the bottom point, OTA or plinth level point, then sill level, lintel level, above lintel level, and slab level, if I'm going to join this to the left side only, the part 1, I told you that you need to join all these points to both the vanishing points, left as well as right vanishing point. But here I'm going to connect only with the left because I'm drawing the only half perspective view. But in examination, you need to draw the whole perspective view as mentioned in your question. So I'm going to highlight it again as per the half drawing that you have already done in the part 1. I'm drawing it again for lesser confusion. And here it is a window. I'm removing the extra projection that are not required for this. Okay. For lesser confusion only, we don't need to erase it. Okay. So these two inclined lines are for chhajjas that we know. Now I'm considering 3 parts of chhajja. Suppose this is the ball. Okay. Suppose this is the ball and there is a chhajja over here. So let's consider 3 parts. First one, the backside rectangle that are over the wall. This point means where the chhajja and the wall is connected, means the back side rectangle. Then the front side rectangle and the sides of chhajja, means back side rectangle of chhajja, front side rectangle of chhajja and sides of chhajja. So we have divided chhajja into 3 parts. Now the back side portion of chhajja, that is rectangular portion, which is where on your wall. So on wall there is a backside rectangle. For that we need to consider a backside chhajja point that are on wall. These points, showing you these points that are in plan. Consider these 2 points connected to the station point and draw vertical lines from that. Okay, and draw the vertical lines from that. I have erased so all the projections we used to draw the building or to the window. Okay, I'm using only this projections of backside chhajja point in our class. So here we can see it's a rectangle. I'm showing it using a yellow color. Okay, so above window we are going to find four lines. Which 4 lines? The 2 inclined lines for a chhacha projection and two vertical lines from the backside chhacha points. Okay, from these two vertical lines and two inclined lines, we will find a rectangular that I'm going to show you using yellow color. So here it is a backside rectangular. Now it's time to draw a front side rectangle. Okay, front side rectangular. For that, we need to use the 4 points of the chhachas, means this 2 points. Now connect that 2 points to the station point and draw a vertical projection from that. And draw a vertical line from these 2 points. Now we have these two lines of 4 sides. I'm again removing that backlines from the chhacha. I have only considered the two vertical black lines from the front 2 points of chhachas. Okay, and there is its projection. Now consider 4 corner points of our yellow rectangular. These 4 corner points of yellow rectangular. Now we need to connect these 4 points with the right vanishing points, because for the first rectangular we have used the left side vanishing points. Now we have to consider right vanishing point. If the same window is on opposite side, then we first connect it to the right vanishing point, and for the further projections we need to connect it from with the left vanishing point. But now consider these 2 points only. Okay, these two right side point only, and connect it with our right side vanishing point. You just don't need to connect it, you need to extend it. So suppose this is the lower point, the line does not end here, you need to extend it up to where? Up to that black vertical line, up to that vertical line of our front chhacha point, our front chhacha point. Okay, similarly I'm going to connect vertical I'm going to connect the top point of yellow rectangular with the right vanishing point, and I'm not going to stop here. I'm extending this line to the same vertical line. All right, similarly I'm going to connect other 2 points of the yellow rectangular. So bottom point, again I'm not ending here, I'm extending it to the another vertical line up to here. Similarly, I am also connecting the topmost point of yellow rectangular point up to the next vertical line again. So now we have this 4 lines. I'm removing this left side lines. Now we have this 4 lines and 4 extended points. So where the 4 extension meets, it's a front side rectangular. So the point of these 4 lines, we are going to connect it again with the help of yellow color. And here we go. What we have to do, just need to connect that extended line points and make a rectangle. So here it is. And that black line projection already forms the sides of the chhajjas. Let me show you. I'm removing all these black lines. Alright. Now you can see there are two rectangles which is exactly above the window. That is the back side rectangle. And which is little bit away from the window. That is your front side rectangle. You just need to connect all the corners. So you will form a sides. Here we are going to provide a sides. Now what next? Is this a perspective view? Is this a perspective view? No, because this is a typical view of a chhajja where we are going to show all the sides. We know while concreting, if this is like a chhajja, while concreting, we cannot see the backside rectangle. It is connected. Okay, we cannot see. What we can see? The front rectangle and little bits of sides. Okay, so this is the yellow projection that I have done in three parts: backside rectangle, front side rectangle, and the sides. But now I am using a red color and highlighting only the part which is in perspective view. Okay, so first of all, I am highlighting front side rectangle, which is away from the wall, but definitely we are going to see it. That's why. So here we connect the front side rectangle. Now back side rectangle, can we see? If we are going to see, suppose this is a book, you are going to see some angle. What you can see? Uh, Suppose this is this angle. You will see the front side rectangle, little bits of sides and its bottom portion. Right? We need to connect the sides of right portion so we can see it. Here it is, sides, the bottom portion like this, and the line. Here it goes a chhajja. Like this we can draw a chhajja. Okay. I'm showing you again which I have drawn in paper. So your chhajja will look like this. In this drawing, I have used the scale 1 centimeter equals to 1 meter. So in this, chhajja will appear like this, and you need to highlight it like this. You can see clearly how the chhajja will look. Now it's time to draw entrance steps. So let's start it again. For the entrance steps, okay, I'm going to remove this extra projections again. I'm just skipping the plan and vanishing points only. Yeah, I'm going to move the vanishing points because there are so many congested lines as you have seen in my paperwork. That's why. Suppose it is over here and here. I did not move the vanishing point, but I'm just, it's like a zoom in for a better understanding. The height of observers still remains the same. I'm just zooming the drawing in our whiteboard that you can easily understand. Now consider a ground level point over here and a 0.45 centimeter here. So these 2 points are the lower 2 points. This defines our plinth area. Okay, from ground line to plinth. This is 0.45 meter apart, which we have done. Oh, now I'm removing the extended cut firstly. And now I need to show the corner. Suppose this is the corner. And I need to draw a plan first. Then after I'm going to show you how the perspective will work. So I'm erasing this completely and I'm showing you how to draw a plan. Here 4.6 centimeter away line at 30-degree angle, and here 3.6 centimeter away. I'm just going to complete this rectangular only. I'm not going to show it inside. I'm not going to draw a door or a window or chhajja again. This is the outside rectangle of our plan. Now, draw the entrance steps here. I'm showing you only the corner. I'm showing you only the corner of door. Just like this. Suppose this is our door. And our entrance steps are over here. And from here. So here a plan complete. 4 entrance steps only. This is not the complete plan. Here it is the major line on which I've shown you the two marked point only, that is of ground level and a plinth level. Means these 2 points only. Here, these 2 points only. And we can see the observer is above these 2 points. So it's like a zoom out. So again, I'm joining this single side corner from here, the station point. And this side also. And I'm going to draw a vertical lines from that. And I'm joining these lines as we have done in part 1, because we need to join all the mark points with the left and right vanishing. And again, I'm going to highlight this. This is the only plinth level. Okay, I'm showing it with the red color. And up to this, how to draw a perspective view, I have already mentioned in a part 1. So it's up to here. Now, to draw the perspective view of an entrance steps, you need to consider point of plan. Which points? First, we consider these 4 points 1, 2, 3, and 4. Connect it with the station point and join it. And draw a vertical projection from that. Now, I'm showing you only for one. Okay. Suppose this is a joint line between that 4 points. This is a joint line between that 4 points. For the very first point that touches the picture plane, we have already drawn the joining line with the station point already. Now we need to consider a vertical line from these 4 points. But how? Because generally in a perspective view, we are dragging a projection upward from the picture plane. But this time, in this example, the certain portion of our steps are below the picture plane. So how to draw a vertical projections from that? Firstly, remove very first line because we have drawn a major line as a vertical line from the very first point. Now, what for the next 3 points? You just need to extend that line up the picture plane. Means we have drawn the line between that steps point and station point. Okay, there are 3 inclined lines that you are showing, that you are watching, and we need to extend it above up to a picture plane like this. Here it is done. So now this line can be erased and you get the point from where you can drag the vertical projection. So from the very first point, we have already drawn the major line and draw the vertical lines from next 3 points, and make sure that this time your vertical projections are below the ground line. So your vertical projections are up to below the ground line because steps are going here. Our perspective view will go little bit below our ground line. That's why. Now it's very easy for the another 4 points. This sides of 4 points. We know how to connect it with the station point and how to drag a vertical projection from that. And we can do it with very easiness because it is upper side of picture plane. And again, remember, from here we also need to consider a vertical line. And this time, vertical line projections are up to certain length below the ground line. So here we have done. And again, I'm going to drag a vertical projection from that. And I'm keeping the vertical lines below some depth from the ground line. Here we are going to consider vertical lines. So we are getting total 8 vertical lines. Okay, this 8 vertical lines. Now for the entrance steps, we need to use these 8 vertical lines. Alright. Now, first of all, consider your major line. You have these 2 points, one for plinth level and one for a ground level. Okay, this is 0.45 meter apart, and there are total 3 numbers of steps. As we know, we can put the actual dimension on the major line. So divide it into equal 3 parts. Means you need to put another points on the major line. How to do it? I'm showing you separately. Here it is a major line. How much is our rise? In our given data, it's a 0.50 meter away. So 0.15 mm, sorry, 0.15 centimeter away. 1 point, again 0.15 centimeter away. 1 point, again 0.15 centimeter apart, another point. So between all these points, there is a 0.15 centimeter distance. What is the total dimension? 0.45 centimeter between all these 2 points. Alright. So this way we need to mark the 4 points. And I have already marked in our main drawing. Now connect all the points with our vanishing point. We have to connect all these 4 points with our left side vanishing point, but we need to consider little accuracy. Consider a very first point, the bottom point. Let's start with the bottom. We have already drawn this line from left vanishing point to that point, but you need to extend this line up to where? Up to the 4th point vertical line. Okay, up to the 4th point vertical line, we need to extend it. So extend this line up to here. Similarly, for the 3rd point, means bottom 2nd point, this point with a green tick mark, you again need to join that point with the left vanishing point, and again we need to extend that line up to 4th point vertical line. Up to 4th point vertical line. So bottom 2 points are extended up to 4th point vertical line. Now it comes up to the 3rd point. It comes up to the 3rd point. Consider 2nd point vertical line. This point vertical line is this line. So join the left vanishing point to this 3rd point and extend it about that 2nd vertical line, like this. And for the above 4th point, this 4th point, we have already connected it with the left vanishing point, but you need to extend it up to this 2nd line, up to the 2nd line. So it will be like this. Now from this you can join a section of a steps from a single side. I'm using a red color and showing you. Just connect thread, then a riser, again a thread, again a riser, again a thread, riser, and the bottom line, like this. I'm erasing that black lines So your perspective view from the left projections will look like this. Now you need to consider 7 points with 7 points on these steps. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Now firstly, to draw the first section of the steps, we have connected it to the left side vanishing point. Now consider these 7 green tick mark points and connect it to the right vanishing point. So you will get a 7 lines. First line is already drawn. The second line, third line, sorry, I have drawn the fifth line. It's a fourth one. The remaining is 6. And 7. So here it works. Now using other side 4 vertical lines, means this 4 vertical lines, we and this 7 inclined projections, we need to draw a similar step section for other side, and we will just connect the lines between that and the perspective view will be ready. Now let's start with the bottom one. Okay, so consider this riser. This riser is between these 2 inclined lines. These 2 inclined lines means the other side riser will also between these 2 inclined lines. But on which vertical line? This vertical line. The last one, the fourth one vertical line. Okay, so consider that vertical line and these 2 inclined line and mark your riser. Like this. Here it is your riser. Now for the thread, next is thread. Here it is a thread and here are 2 inclined lines. Thread will be between 2 vertical lines and the third and fourth vertical lines. So between these 2 vertical lines and between that 2 inclined lines, we need to connect a thread that is parallel to this thread. We have connected it. Now on this third vertical line, and we are going to draw this riser. Consider these 2 inclined lines between in this 2 inclined line and that vertical line. You will need to draw a riser. So here it is a riser. Now consider a thread. Here it's a thread between these 2 inclined lines and between second and third vertical line. There will be a thread. So between these lines, draw a thread. Now again for the riser, consider this riser that will be on second vertical line and between these 2 inclined lines. So considering these 2 inclined line and that vertical line, we will mark a riser. Like this, and the last thread between these 2 inclined lines and these 2 vertical lines. Okay, we are going to mark a thread. Like this. So another section for the steps is also ready. Now connect the between lines. So here is a perspective view of a steps. And now I'm going to erase all these black projections that you can see our perspective view only. Okay, this is the perspective view of the steps. But it looks like there is a silly mistake. Let me remind one thing. Yeah, now it's a board and here is a notebook. If I'm going to put a notebook over this board, are you able to see the back side of this book? No, you can only see the notebook over here. If I'm going to remove the notebook, then only you can see the board. But if there is a notebook in front of this, then how can you see the board? Something like this. I'm going to highlight one line. This line, which we have previously highlighted. But there are steps in front of them. Against this line, there are entrance steps. So how can we see this line behind the steps? So we cannot see this line. So I'm going to erase it. But don't erase the line completely. You need to erase up to the steps only. Means here it is a line. Don't remove the whole line. It's like this. We cannot see behind the steps. But beside the steps we can see. So perspective view will be like this only. So here it's a perspective view for entrance steps. This way you can draw a perspective view for chhajjas and entrance steps. I'm showing you again the perspective view which I have drawn in paper. You can see here are the entrance steps. 3 entrance steps are drawn. And you can see there are lots of projection, but you can clearly see the steps. Because I am using the scale 1 centimeter equals to 1 meter, it is little bit congested. If you are going to use the scale 1 centimeter which is equals to 0.5 meter, it will be more clear. Okay, so your final perspective view will be look like this, which we have learned from part 1 and part 2 of this video. This way we can draw a perspective view of any building. In this part 1 and part 2, we learn to draw a perspective view of a whole building from a ground level to a parapet level, including door, window, slab, parapet, ota, entrance steps, chhajja. Alright? Thank you.